Hey man, Stephen A. Smith, he talks about Shannon Sharpe, and he had a heartfelt message to the brother, and you could tell, man, he's deeply hurt by this situation, because once again we got another black man in the media. For one, he's already going to get scrutinized because of a couple of factors. The first factor is that he's a black man messing with a white woman. That's the first thing people are scrutinizing him about. That's number one. Number two is the age difference. They saying that Shannon Sharpe talked to this girl when she was 19 at the gym, which is crazy, bro. I mean, I don't know what state they did it in. I don't know the legal parameters, but it's all about the optics, man. And when you're working with organizations and you got a lot of money on the table and you got deals and all that stuff, yeah, your personal life is your personal life. But once it get out there to the masses, it don't matter no more. It's out there in the public. So the public is going to scrutinize you based on the optics and the way it look. Now, from what Stephen A is saying, is like, look, man, Shannon Sharpe, he is saying he is innocent. I've listened to Shannon Sharpe over the years, and he said this plenty of times. He's a very strict person. He's the type of guy you could tell it's either his way or the highway. When it comes, like, I've heard him say things like that in different interviews and things like that, and which everybody has their own right to have their preference and stuff. But from what he's saying and just the reports of what we're hearing, it sounded like they were on some really extreme role play stuff. And I could be wrong, but that's what it sounds like. With this whole BDSM role playing, dominant type. Because you got people that's into that stuff, man. People got chains, whips, cages, swing sets, whiplash. I mean, they got all kind of crazy stuff that they're into. And, I've even seen people role play, be like, look, pretend, you're sneaking into the house and you're the robber, and, you just take advantage of me. I mean, people role play. But this is the problem. The problem is when a little white girl screams, oh, this black man abused me and stuff, man, all the odds are against you, unfortunately, man. They just are. And to some people, it seemed like a money grab. The other people, it seemed like, nah, man, you should have known better. She set you up and good for you. You got people coming at it from these two different standpoints. Now, with Stephen A is like, look, man, it sounds like Stephen A stands with the brother. He believes in him. But he's just like, look, whatever decisions are made about our working relationship and you being with ESPN and this, that, and the third, he's telling them straight up, man, like, hey, look, the decision is not going to be on Stephen A. Smith. The decision is going to be on the higher-ups. That everybody has somebody that they got to answer to. Everybody has a boss. And at the end of the day, no matter how great Shannon Sharpe is and how amazing the brother is, that these are just some things that Stephen A. Smith has no ability to rectify. When you're dealing with corporations and they stick their neck out, that they're also going to receive the backlash because of your actions or the accusations that you are dealing with. Hey, man, it's kind of like, I don't know, I was talking to this with my mother the other day. It's kind of like The Sopranos, No, not The Sopranos, Goodfellas. Now I got to turn my back on you. After all the work you done did, all the work you done put in, all that stuff, when things get hot, the higher ups sometimes turn their back on you. And it's sad because Stephen A. Smith is the one that vouched for this guy. He recruited him. And Shannon Sharpe is a good dude. Listen, man, Shannon Sharpe work ethic needs to be studied because this man gives his all into his craft. We know him as the personality, but we don't know him personally. And sometimes when you see people all the time, you feel like you know them personally. Oh, this person, they would never do that. Because that's how I feel. But I honestly, 100%, I can't say that because I don't know the man. I never met the man. I love him as I really like what he does in his business, but I can't 100% for sure say he wouldn't do whatever. Now they got audio, they got text messages, they got all this stuff. In my opinion, I just feel like from all the facts, if I had to be a person that was sitting as a juror, right? And we went to court on this. From the evidence that we see so far, it looks like they had some encounters, some crazy sexual, consensual encounters, intimate encounters, and that they role played. Now, I look at it as one of two ways. Either they role played and she lined him up for the setup. You could look at it that way. Like, one minute you could say he can go into the back door. Next minute she's saying no, but he does it anyway, still thinking they in that role play mode. And then she used it against them. Or, they was in a role play mode and he just went ahead and did it anyway because they did it so many times before. And then that particular time, she didn't want him to do it. But either way, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. The accusation alone can damage not only your reputation, but your relationships, your deals, all that stuff, man. This is a bad situation. This is not a little situation. Getting sued for $50 million. And the type of accusation that it is hurting. So I'm pulling for Shannon Sharpe. You can tell Stephen A. he's devastated by this. Nobody wants to wake up and, you hear this news. You got to report about this news. Heck, I know Shannon Sharpe is not wishing that he went through something like this. And you know what makes it worse is the fact that reports are coming out. I don't know if this is true or not, but the reports are coming out saying, hey, man, he tried to pay her off $10 million before the news broke out. Now, why somebody would turn down $10 million? The only way I know you would turn down $10 million is because reports that came out saying that he was on the table for $100 million. And they like, look, why go for 10 when you can get 50? And that's just greed. If that's true, that has nothing to do with greed. I mean, it has everything to do with greed. It has nothing to do about justice. No, that's greed. I'm so hurt that, but I'm hurt, but $10 million, that can't quench my pain and resolve, but $50 million, that'll do it. Come on, man. Come on, man. It ain't just her trying to get paid, it's the lawyer trying to get paid too. I understand that. Look, if I can get you to $50 million, you give me 25. You get 25. You understand what I'm saying? So let's just keep it 100. I'm a firm believer in you're innocent until proven guilty. That man deserves due process just like anybody else. And because he's a celebrity, because he, likes to mess with white women, because he's messing with a younger woman and it's a white woman, people are going to throw that man under the bus. It's a lot of people that have been wanting to see him fail ever since he's been majorly successful. So you got all these odds coming at him, man. You got all these different odds coming at him. So I'm not surprised at that. I'm not surprised. You know how some people get down. Might want to get out of the street, ma'am. You might need to get out of the street, ma'am. So I know how people get down. But I'm rooting for Mr. Shannon Sharpe. I really hope he pulls through. I really hope that the accusations and stuff are not true. And I hope that justice is served the right way. But, hopefully, this is my thing, man. I just hope, hopefully the truth comes out. That's all we can hope for, man. All we can do is hope for the truth to come out. And if the truth comes out, then it is what it is, But Stephen A. Smith, he seems hurt by this, man. He definitely does. And unfortunately, whatever comes down, through this, at the end of the day, it's going to be out of his hands 100% when it comes to their relationship moving forward with First Take. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. You guys let me know what y'all think in the comments because I'm just here for the comments, and I'll talk to you later.